For Riyani Patel, childhood was troubling.
I felt like I was different.
At 7 years old, she was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome.
I would shake my head back and forth like this, or bang my head against the wall, or even just jittering with my arms. And even this was the worst tic that I had, was constantly repeating the F word a lot.
As you got older, how much harder was it with teasing and making fun of you?
In middle school, it was pretty hard, 7th and 8th grade. As I would tic, students would make fun of me by mocking me in front of my face, asking me straight up questions like, why are you doing this? This is so funny. And for whatever reason, they would pull my hair. I don't know why.
Those uncontrollable repetitive movements and unwanted sounds led to bullying.
Bullying is just one of the things that I even felt back then that, is just a part of life that that everyone has to deal with. It may come in different forms. This is going to be hers that she'll have to overcome.
According to the 2022 National Crime Victimization Survey, nationwide, more than 19% of students ages 12 through 18 reported being bullied. Dr. Carla Allen, Psychology Division Chief at Phoenix Children's, says there are warning signs parents should look out for.
When we feel under threat, really, we tend to do 3 different things. We have, fight. So if your kids are fighting more often out in the world, that's certainly a sign that something's going on. Flight, if they're running from school, and I mean literally, they don't want to go to school in the morning. They're arguing with you, they're sick all the time suddenly, and that's a big change. Or freeze, right? If you notice that they're shrinking in social situations where perhaps they used to be kind of more like the class clown or more social, those are all signs that something is going on.
It was flight for Riyani. She didn't want to go to school, but her parents helped turn her mess into her message through writing. At age 12, Riyani wrote her first book titled The Boy Battle.
That's about a young girl named Tanya Weeks who has Tourette syndrome, as she likes the middle school quarterback of football named Jake Bridges, but this mean cheerleader named Diamond Pollock gets in the way.
Riyani is now a twice published author and a role model to others who have been bullied.
What were your thoughts in watching her strength grow?
How did that build her confidence? Not only that, but the resilience, the resolve, and the character, and the fact that the messaging is around adversity leads to success. And, I look at her as an inspiration.
Years later, inspiring her father to start a podcast, Yog Nation, to continue the anti-bullying message and highlighting how resilient the human spirit is.
You don't know what the other person's story is until they share it. So I'm very proud of my dad, and I'm glad that he wants to continue this message, as it's important. It really is.